I destroyed his last memory and helped him rebuild it. The new kid wore the same oversized varsity jacket every day like it was armor. It didn't take long to realize touching it was a mistake. By week 3 of October, he'd transferred into my 10th grade English class. Name stitched bold across the back of the jacket, Taurus. From the moment he sat down, I knew something wasn't right. That jacket was 2 sizes too big, and he held onto the sleeves like they were keeping him afloat. Even on an 80-degree day, he wouldn't take it off. Sweat soaked his collar. When a girl brushed against him accidentally, he jumped like he'd been burned, knocked his whole desk over. The class whispered, weird, crazy. But I'd seen this kind of grief grip before. I wore my dad's old watch for 2 years after his heart attack. Never took it off. Didn't care if it matched anything I wore or if it made people stare. It wasn't about fashion. It was survival. His transcripts were glowing. Straight A's, honor roll, academic achievement awards. But the boy hunched in my classroom, silent and distant, wasn't that student. I called his previous school, asked a few questions, and all I got was a long silence and one soft sentence. There was an incident. His best friend. His mother came to parent conferences already crying. She didn't say much at first, just pulled out her phone and showed me a photo. 2 boys at summer camp. Big grins. One tall, one short. The taller one wore that same jacket. That's Taurus, she whispered. He drowned. Rip Current. Saved 3 younger kids. My son hasn't eaten properly since. He won't sleep, won't talk. For 2 months, I tried everything I could think of. Paired him with kind students. Let him choose his own books. Gave open-ended writing prompts about memory, bravery, friendship. Nothing. He traced the jacket sleeves with his fingers, stared straight through us like we were shadows interrupting a conversation he was still having with someone gone. One sentence on a writing assignment broke me a little. People who die saving others are idiots. It wasn't anger. It was heartbreak in black ink. By week 5, I booked time in the art room. I told the class we were combining personal narratives with painting, writing with visual memory. I didn't know it would become the day everything cracked open. Halfway through the lesson, a student tripped on someone's backpack. A jar of black acrylic paint flew through the air like a slow-motion horror movie and splattered across the back and sleeve of that sacred jacket. The room froze. Paint oozed across the chest like blood. The boy stared down at it, then screamed, "You killed it! You effing killed the only thing I have left of him!" He didn't hit anyone. His legs gave out. He collapsed, sobbing into the stained jacket, shaking like his body couldn't contain the grief. The other art teacher took the class to the library. I stayed, sat beside him on the paint-slicked floor while he tried to scrub the stain away with his bare hands. "I restore memorial clothing for military families," I said softly. "If you let me, I can turn the stain into something your friend would have loved." He looked up with hollow eyes. "But you have to trust me. Come back after school, with photos. I need to know who Taurus really was." He showed up at 3, phone in hand, quiet but present. As I sketched, I asked questions, not about the accident, about Taurus. At first, he barely spoke, just mumbled things about video games, shared playlists, a science fair volcano that exploded too early. I mixed paint, showed him how we could turn the black blot into an ocean at night. That opened the floodgates. He told me about golf carts they stole at camp, a failed plan to hike a mountain for Instagram clout, jokes that made no sense to anyone but them, the kind of friendship that's part of your bones. Over 6 hours, we transformed the ruined jacket. He chose every shade of blue for the waves. We painted stars into the sky, a small figure swimming upward, reaching for light, for air, for something beyond. At one point, he whispered, "I think I'm forgetting his laugh." What kind of best friend forgets that? I didn't answer, just handed him a smaller brush. When we finished, he touched the new design carefully. He'd say this was cheesy as hell, he smiled, and then wear it everywhere to embarrass me. It was the first time I saw him smile. The next week, in class, he stood up without being called on and read a piece titled Riptide. When he reached the line, "I wear your courage like armor and your memory like skin," the room went still. Even the loud kids, the ones who never paid attention, stared like they'd forgotten how to breathe. He still wears the jacket, but now it carries more than grief. It carries healing.